Let's speak about Helicity Inc. baby! What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact, baby. And today we are speaking about a very exciting SPAC. Now I know I'm a little bit late to the party with these guys. A lot of you will remember we found out about these guys. They went up pretty much 50% immediately, and they've continued up slowly but steady. The reason there was a bit of a delay with me making this video is because I really did want to have a very good look into this company. A lot of you will be aware that after EV, space is genuinely one of my absolute favorite industries to invest in for the long term. Two of my best performing companies, well, Virgin Galactic is one of my absolute best. It's definitely in my top three, and the other is SRAC. I'm up well over 200% in Virgin Galactic, over 100% in SRAC. They've both performed absolutely fantastically. So whenever I see a new space related company pop up, you bet I'm going to give it some serious research. Now, I haven't invested in this company as of recording this video, just so you are all aware. I am heavily contemplating doing so. If anything changes by the time this video goes up, it will be in the comment section down below. If you want to find out in real time, you got to join that Discord group. That's the first link in the description. So today we're going to be speaking about this. Okay, we'll speak about the basics of it, what the merger is actually going to look like. We're going to have a look at Astra, the company who we will actually be merging with, the company that we are investing in, what they do, what makes them different. To do that, we'll have a look at their about section, some of their milestones, and we will also, of course, have a good look into their investor presentation. It's a very long investor presentation. There's a lot of good information in here. I'm just going to bring you through what I believe to be some of the most important parts, but do definitely, if you're going to consider investing in this company, read through it in its entirety. And ultimately, we'll try and answer the question, do I think it's a good investment at current prices at about $16, $17 a share with a long-term outlook? So right before we do get into the video, my friends, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about these guys if you've been looking into them. And also, let me know if you did end up buying, how many shares did you get, and at what price. And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors, baby. We're trying to get to 100,000. Also, if you are interested in joining that private Discord group I was speaking about briefly earlier on, you gotta hit that first link in the description. In there, you get access to all of my buy and sell alerts for my short-term investments and my long-term investments, access to over 50 private channels, join a community of over 2,500 investors. We are eating baguettes, baby. My portfolio is up 15% in the last 2 days. The market is insane. And if you like 2 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description. You gotta sign up and deposit $100. It's that easy, my friends. You get some free money. So let's start it off, okay? Investor place, Hol Stock. So the merger was announced February 2nd, okay? So shares of Helicity took off this morning after striking a deal with startup Astra. This was February 2nd. To merge and come public at a $2.1 billion valuation. Hol Stock was up more than 40% in pre-market trading. So these guys are a California-based startup, okay, that makes small rockets to send satellites into orbit. This transaction takes us a step closer to our mission of improving life on Earth from space by fully funding our plan to provide daily access to low Earth orbit from anywhere on the planet. So it's a little bit different to our 2 primary space investments that I am personally involved in. Virgin Galactic, obviously they're just trying to commercialize space exploration, space travel. And Momentus are more like last mile delivery in space. These guys create small rockets that send satellites into orbit. Last month, they made its initial launch into space with its Rocket 3.2 vehicle launched from Kodiak, Alaska. It will begin delivering customer payloads this summer and initiate monthly launches by the end of this year. The firm currently has more than 50 launches booked as it is, among about a dozen private and public customers, including NASA and the US Department of Defense. So straight off the bat, that is something you love to see. You always love to see the name NASA in there when you're looking at any of these space related companies. It has booked over $150 million of contracted launch revenue. So continuing on, just getting the basic understanding of the company. Last year alone, nearly $9 billion was invested into space companies, many of which intend to disrupt the industry. I think all of them do. What these innovators need are more flights taking their satellites precisely where they need to go. We're excited to reach this next critical stage as a company, and we're confident in our vision for space, but as we've all gleaned throughout our careers, space keeps you humble. Still, it's the sense of possibility, the chance to innovate and make a difference here on Earth that fuels our passion. And again, I think that goes for the large majority of space-related companies. So October 2016, that's when the company was incorporated, okay? It's a new company. January 2017, built the rocket test facility, so very quick. July 2018, launched Rocket 1.0, okay? and only then November 2018 launched Rocket 2.0. July 2019 they built a rocket factory, completed the first phase of their 250,000 square foot headquarters. October 2019 built their Kodiak spaceport, and their most recent, December 2020 launched Rocket 3.2, which made it to space and achieved orbital velocity. Now with all that being said, with that bit of backdrop, we're going to head straight into the investor presentation. So pro forma enterprise value of $2.1 billion with a well capitalized balance sheet, which is only 3.1 times 2025 adjusted EBITDA. So that's a decent price to be getting in at. But of course, it already has ran up considerably. Astra will receive just under $500 million in cash as a result of the transaction, and 100% existing Astra shareholder rollover. Nice one. So the investment highlights. 1. First pure play public space company. 2. Compelling platform strategy that enables scale and efficiency, something that is very, very important. 3. Competitive advantage that increases with velocity and scale. 4. Large and growing sales backlog and pipeline. That's very, very true and very, very important. And 5. A world-class executive team with leading investors. So the new space age is at an inflection point, and that's why a lot of us are investing in these space-related companies. 38,000+ satellites to be built and launched over 2020 through 2029. About 90% of satellites to be launched over the next decade weigh 300 kg or less, which is important because these guys say their rocket is capable of carrying up to 100 kilograms. So obviously they use the 300 kg or less here. We're not sure exactly how much of those are under the 100 kilos, but I'm sure they'll be able to update that as time goes on and be able to take heavier payloads. $100 billion launch market revenue over the next decade, my friends. So they say here that access to space is about 25 times too expensive, too infrequent, and too slow. And that is something that anybody who is in the world of space, anybody who is a space-related investor, will be aware of already. It very much so is the case. We do need things like this. That's also one of the big reasons I and a lot of people got involved with Momentus. So their platform strategy, technology, infrastructure. It's optimized for scale. It's instant and persistent access to data and automation. Global spaceport footprint. Again, pretty self-explanatory. It's rapid to build the new spaceport. It only took them about 6 months. Global, looking at 10+ launch sites identified around the world, and affordable. Mass-produced portable launch system. Again, very important from an efficiency point of view, and one of the big things they are pushing is scalability. Rapid from payload delivery to launch within days. Portable and global. Launch from anywhere in the world in 24 hours, and affordable. The most affordable launch system for small payloads. So they have their niche and they're targeting it aggressively. Modular spacecraft platform, Integrated factory integration with rocket eliminates unused mass and volumes. It's rapid from concept to constellation in months, not years, and mainframe to mobile. Eliminates investment in bespoke satellite bus development. And then space services, so complete constellation management service from concept to constellation in months, not years, and it's affordable. And that's the basics of it. So rapid iteration deepens their competitive moat. This is an interesting one. So some of their keys to success. Technology is de-risked by success of launches. Very important, very true, and we've seen them, show us this over the last 4 years. Rapidly enhance and relaunch rockets, and automation to optimize costs and streamline improvements. These guys achieved commercial launch faster than other companies, so unprecedented velocity. 4 years to launch. They bet SpaceX, Rocket Lab, Virgin Orbit, etc. Now this is one of those things that I think you just put into your investor presentation because it makes you look good. I actually don't think it's the most important thing in the world. A lot of these companies started a lot earlier than Astra, and they set a lot of the foundations. Obviously a little bit more on their backlog, so they have 5+ government customers as of right now. 10+ customers and 50+ launches in the backlog, over 150 million in contracted revenue, as we have said. All customers are highly reputable, well funded, and currently in orbital operation. Awesome, you really do love to see it. So their financial summary with key drivers, 2021 estimates. I mean, you can see they're still looking to be absolutely tiny this year. The growth is absolutely fantastic. Look at that revenue growth going into 2022 estimates, nearly 1700%. It's huge, but it's still relatively small, especially compared to our valuation. And like a lot of these space-related companies, things really start to kick off 2024 going into 2025. And I think that's something that a lot of people have to understand with a company such as this, or a lot of the other space-related plays in general. So yes, the revenue growth rates are really nice, but it doesn't get particularly significant for another 3 to 4 years. So to put it all simply, as they do right here, they create the first and only public hyperscale space platform, the only potential provider of daily, low-cost and global access to space, uniquely positioned offering with unmatched value proposition to mega constellations, proven technology that is far along the development curve, the third privately funded US company to achieve orbital launch capabilities, strong commercial traction with over $1.2 billion in pipeline opportunities, ESG ESG friendly given climate focused end use applications and environment conscious manufacturing choices. World class management team with unparalleled industry experience at NASA and SpaceX. That's the basics of this company. Okay, now I also want to remind you guys we have the ARC X coming, the ARC Space ETF coming relatively soon. I'd be willing to bet that these guys are certainly going to be in there. This is a SPAC. I've watched price action with a lot of SPACs before. Usually when something like this happens, we trade sideways, we have a little pullback, and then we make the next leg up if people like the company. Me personally, I really like the company, and I think they're going to have a lot of short-term catalysts, especially when they get up to, you know, their monthly launches by the end of the year. I think these guys are going to do well. I don't think they're going to be without their ups and downs. I think we could see a little bit of sideways movement for a while unless we do get a lot of people very excited here. I think at $16 to $17 a share, if you're willing to open up a long-term position and be willing to hold these guys for 5, 10, 15 years, if it really is a long-term investment to you, I think they're going to do very well. I do think there's going to be a lot of volatility in between, so please do be aware of that. I mean, I remember investing in Momentus, well, SRAC, nothing happened for the longest time, then we really started to move. I don't know if I see the absolute most short-term potential. I don't know if I see 200, 300% within the next year. And I know that's huge growth, but a lot of people expect that with SPACs now because so many of them have done so well. I hope I'm wrong because the odds of me investing in these guys are considerable. I don't know if it's going to be a large investment or not, but do be aware of that. A little bit of a move up already has happened, and I think we could see some sideways action. I love the business though. I love how quick they have gone from being a concept to actually producing. I think they're getting into things at a very interesting, very exciting and very pivotal point in time. I'm going to be keeping an eye on these guys and I more than likely will invest. But anyway, my friends, that is my video on Hyliion Inc. If you watched this video all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend and I really do appreciate you being here. From the bottom of my heart, your support means the world to me. If you did enjoy, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, drop me a comment down below, and please, my friend, subscribe if you're new around here. All of that would mean the world to me. If you are interested in joining that private Discord group, again, that's the first link in the description, my friends. So much juicy information in there. All of my buy and sell alerts. I have a new challenge starting next week. We're gonna make money, baby. Over 2,500 investors in there. And if you're interested in those free stocks on Webull, that's the second link, my friends. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.